On December 8, 2011, Officer Derek Kraus was killed on campus at Virginia Tech.
We were actually in a different building on that day, just up the street here, and I was actually in my office on the second floor when I heard the call go out over the radio that we had a 911 call that came in that said shots had been fired. Derek was a leader in this department. He was a member of our emergency response team, what they used to call back in the day the SWAT team. He was a firearms instructor. He was a defensive tactic trainer. He did a lot of extra duties for this department, and he was a mentor for younger officers who had just come on the force. He was able to teach them things that he had learned, and he was a valuable asset to this department and this university community.
Chief Faust says they immediately bonded over their love of the Pittsburgh Steelers. A terrible towel hangs in Faust's office today, not far from a remembrance card. But Kendra Cline, who wears a bracelet with Kraus's name on it, remembers him for his training tactics.
He liked to pick. He liked to, it was the first time I was working a real job. It's the first time I worked nights, a 12-hour shift. So as you can imagine, being in a car with somebody overnight for 12 hours, I think we both kind of got on each other's nerves a little bit, but he did things a little extra. He would play drums on the dash and he would sing, and I think the more he knew that it irritated me, the more he did it, and that's kind of a law enforcement thing.
But she says it's also a family thing.
The law enforcement family is precisely that. It's a very special family. We look out for each other because we all know what could happen at any time when one is on duty, and so we have each other's backs.
There are still daily reminders of his impact around campus and within the department, but also in the memories of the people who loved him.
He's always there. I'm always thinking about him. There's this thing that, and I've talked about it, I've joked about it with other officers for years. His number will come up a lot in my daily activities. I'll wake up in the middle of the night, it'll be 1:52. Random time during the day, I'll just happen to look at the clock and it's 1:52. And I think that's, I joke because I think it's his way of, I like to think of it as his way of kind of messing with me, but also letting me know that he's there.
What I'd like people to remember specifically about Derek is his service, not only to this campus, this community, to this police department, but to this country. So I want people to appreciate what he did for not only Hokie Nation and Blacksburg, Montgomery County, but for the entire country, and never asked for anything in return. You can't do much better than that.